I am the king, and therefore, and I swear I will exile you to the farthest end of my kingdom, ha!
Hello, World Wide Web. Welcome back to the Hangin With Web Show. I'm GW Pomister. Thanks for logging on and tuning in. If you haven't already, please subscribe so that we can, get all these artists and creators and artisans and just amazing folks out to the World Wide Web. We are at the Brevard Renaissance Fair 2017 here at Wicket Park in Melbourne, Florida. Check out some of these amazing creators, artists, artisans, musicians, fantastic people here. I am here hanging with Anthony Derivi?
Derivi, yeah.
Derivi, okay. When we talk about our creators, we talk about our authors and our musicians, our visual artists. Sometimes we forget to talk about the guys that create the places we go to share our art.
Right.
And Anthony is the event organizer for the Brevard Ren Fair.
Yeah.
So we'll start with talking about that. What's it like to try to put an event like this together?
You basically create a vision in your head of what you want to present to the public, and then you start putting the pieces together. Slowly.
How long did it take to build this event?
A year. This year it took a year.
Mm-hmm.
Last year we did it in about 9 months.
And there is every imaginable kind of food, hot coffee,
Right.
which today, for those of you who aren't in Melbourne, Florida, bless you for wherever you are. Hopefully
Right.
you're in the sunshine.
Yes.
It is raining and 50-some degrees outside, and
Right.
everybody out there is doing such a they're doing their acts,
Yep.
they're doing the shows.
Absolutely.
It's rain or shine, the show must go on. This year's theme, for those of you that don't know it, has been Arthurian legend. It's
Right,
the King
right.
Arthur story.
Yeah, the Morte Arthur.
We
Yeah.
have there's a sword and a stone out here. If you haven't had a chance to come out and try to pull the sword from the stone,
Yep.
our Arthurian actors we got to speak to on camera. We got to speak to Arthur and Sir Gawain
Right.
and Mordred.
Went to an audition and I thought I was terrible and they wanted me for the king, so you did amazing. Thank you.
As king, I alone am responsible for upholding the laws.
Oh, it's great. I literally have no complaints. How will I convince the king that his wife and friends? This is my first time acting on such a large crowd of people, and it's mind-blowing. Infidelity with Lancelot.
I actually love the fact that we're able to portray a different part of history to people who have never heard of it.
This is a hobby for me, right? And I've always been interested in the medieval time frame. Plus, I play a lot of Dungeons and Dragons, and some of the characters I play fits into that type of atmosphere.
Well, I've been doing fairs for 31 years.
I've done some student films. I do mostly film.
Lady Morgana, can you confirm if your son is said?
I can, my lord.
If I begin to change them, laws so important as those governing treason, all of this shall become unsteady.
A king so great as Arthur deserves better.
I pray you, speak no more in this mission to me. I will not hold your counsel in such a matter. At 12:30, meet at the joust field, and we will settle this with honor and haste.
Well, one of the things I wanted to do is bring more of a realistic Ren Fair to Brevard, and so we built our first real joust field and stuff. It's 200 feet by 50.
That's
full wooden
it is
paddock.
fantastic.
Yeah, and so that really kind of helped push us back and expand our scope of area, our footprint.
This was to be a joust for the pleasure of the court, but now it seems honor has been involved, and these knights ask that this matter be settled once and for all.
For the most part, for most of the day, I'm a part of 2.5 scenes that are like scripted, and then the rest is just walking around being the king. So I get to improv, and that's my background, so I just get to have fun.
Just the people the warmness of people just acknowledging your existence. Makes you feel special.
Renaissance fairs are a lot of fun, filled with all kinds of characters, both in costume and out.
I got the pickle, I got the pickle, hey, hey, hey. You want the pickle, I got the pickle, you get the pickle, hey, 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 hey.
That is weird. I have a Canadian handkerchief too. If you look closely, you can see the border. Oh no, is that dirt? Oh, no, it's not. Ready? One. Watch it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, boom.
You know, there's a moment in every Ren Fair, in mine and stuff, that we have a hill up in front of the amphitheater, and I get to go stand out and look out over the whole site and see the people interacting, the acts going on, and the music, and you hear it all up there. And every year I just see somebody, whether it's a young couple walking hand in hand, smiling, fairies playing with little kids, creating that magic. It's not one, it's a combination.
The kids out here, the spectators come out and they respond to your art and your craft, and that's a phenomenal
It's a wonderful
feeling.
There was this little girl, Paige, and she didn't want to touch anybody, talk to anybody. She was all timid.
Yes.
And she opened up to me. I was playing my Village Indian character at the time. And she just opened up, and she never opened up to anybody.
I've been cracking terrible child jokes, and they love it.
There was a lady who'd been in the nursing home for 20 years. She used to work with horses before she went into the nursing home, and she hadn't seen a horse in 20 years.
Wow.
And then 10 years later, I ran into her parents, and they remembered me and showed me a picture of me with their daughter 10 years back.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
I don't know. Why don't you open the door?
Wow.
And she just wrapped her arms around his neck, and she cried, and I cried, and it was very.
And a lot of times, I'm walking around in the field and everything, right? And people could tell that I'm not you. I'm not my normal person, all right? My day-to-day mundane life. Here I'm somebody else, all right?
I'm really blessed because it's my imagination, but I have like a small group of people who take my imagination and make it happen.
There's a lot of work that goes into creating, taking it from your imagination and giving an audience a chance to immerse themselves in a world.
Are you kidding? Look at this place.
This is amazing, isn't it? It is. Our little castle.
Right, so we do bagpipes, we do heavy drums, we do violins, we do bouzouki and mandolins.
The international minstrels troupe known as Wolgemut.
Well, we are trash or treasure. What we do is we take our giant box of trash and tell stories that you have treasured throughout the ages. It's good reincorporation that way.
I started this show, a version of this show, about 4 years ago.
Okay.
And I've been doing Renaissance Festival since I was a kid.
It is English.
Oh, it is.
Sure.
And we have doodle sacks as well.
We also have a doodle sack.
Doodle
sack.
He plays
doodle
it.
sack.
It's
It's
a medieval German bagpipe.
All right, I want you guys to look really carefully at the Renaissance costuming, and this is a profession.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, the fair is beautiful. Oh my goodness, it is beautiful and wonderful.
Awesome.
Yeah, the park is gorgeous.
It's wonderful. The crowd's large, and they're loving it.
We all have a musical background. I played in rock and roll bands when I was younger. Charlie played with a traditional maritime kind of pirate group called the Salty Dogs, up in the Baltimore, Maryland area.
Well, that's other people were weird.
Yeah. You know, I've had people come up to me and ask me if I was all right. Like during the Ren Fest, they're like, "Does she work here?"
Look, my brother said to me, "Hey, I want to play Irish music with you, and then we'll play and we'll wear kilts." And I said, "Okay, first of all, Irish music, I'm not so sure. Kilts, never going to happen." And I love it, and yeah, I actually just got my sixth kilt today.
But it's all improvisational, and I will get the people, and then I've been doing it so long that I can tell, like, and I can tell, like, okay, you're gonna dance, you're gonna want to dance.
There has to be a Viking somewhere.
Oh yes.
This is our token Viking.
It says so right here
It
on
says so on our
I have one. It's official.
And it's been great. I mean, you meet great people. You know, the management here has been excellent. The media coverage is spectacular.
As we would tell how he got on so well, his answer simple was, I recall, it's very simple. Strap-on. Asshole rules the Navy, asshole rules the sea. Hey, wise are you one medal down in Flanders? Tell them how the IRA made you run like hell away from the green and lovely lanes of Hillshire.
What's next year's theme?
Henry VIII.
Henry VIII. Oh my, that is awesome.
We're gonna bring it up to the Renaissance a little bit more.
Okay, I have to do this.
Right.
Just listen, World Wide Web. You can't see it, but you can listen to it. Give us a little king back there. Come on.
I am the king, and therefore, and I swear I will exile you to the farthest end of my kingdom. Ha!
There you go. All right. That's from the Hangin With Web Show team back behind the camera. So we have to wrap it up. As we do that, we're going to run some video of all the things happening out there on the field.
Awesome.
And while the video runs, I'm going to say a special thanks to Something Unique Magazine, the Florida Book News, Wordfire Press, Space Coast Comics, Famous Faces and Funnies, the Historical Miniature Gaming Society South, and the great folks here at the Brevard Renaissance Fair 2017. I'm GW Pomacher, and we've been hanging with Anthony DeRavini, the event organizer of the Brevard Renaissance Fair 2017 here at Wickham Park in Melbourne, Florida. Check out the links down below for date information and what's coming up next year, what's coming up this year. Come on out and check out the show. It's an amazing show. Thank you so much for having us, Anthony. We really appreciate it. Remember, guys, log on, subscribe, tune in, and see who we're hanging with next.
See ya.